Should I follow my heart or my brain or mind? What is the difference between emotions and feeling? How do I get hold of my emotions? These are few common questions I am asked. So in today's video, I am going to answer all these questions. Now friends, the subject of emotional intelligence has evolved quite a bit in last 3 decades. And talking about it, there is a risk that it can get into technical area and academic side of it. It's a huge subject in itself, and I want to consciously avoid getting into academic and technical side of it. Therefore this video is going to be quite different from many other videos on emotional intelligence. So here I'll be talking only about some aspects which are practically applicable in our life to get hold of our emotions. So with that said, let's get into the video. So the question number 1, should I listen to my heart or my mind? We need to understand that heart doesn't have any ability to think. Heart gives you hint. Heart is more a respondent of an emotion. So whenever we have a feeling at the heart, it's not that heart is giving the signal, heart is responding to a particular kind of emotions. Now for this you need to understand the difference between feeling and emotion. Feeling is more of a mental thing. Whatever meaning your mind gives to something, that is feeling. But emotions are more of a physiological thing. Your body has a correlate to each emotion. If somebody is angry, you might find a correlate that his fist is clenched or jaw is clenched, or you can see a rage on the face, eyes might become red, breath might change its pattern. These are all body signs visible with an emotion. So emotion has a physiological correlate, okay? And when we say heart, actually heart is involved in this. Whenever you are angry, your heart rate may increase. There is rhythmic changes in the heart when it comes to positive and negative emotions. So there are many exciting things about it. So heart doesn't think, but heart gives some important clue which sometimes your mind may miss or your conscious mind may miss. Therefore, we should not take our decisions based on how your heart says, but we should not ignore the signals our heart might give. Now comes the question of how do I get hold of my emotions? So in emotional intelligence basically means managing your own emotions and managing others' emotions. There are 5 steps. First one is called self-awareness, becoming aware of our own emotions. Second one is called self-regulations. Now that you have become aware, regulate the emotion. Third one is motivation, means using emotions for a positive purpose. Fourth one is empathy, means understanding others' emotions. And the fifth one is your social behavior. Now that you understand your emotions and understand others' emotion, how do you relate with others using this knowledge? So that is more or less emotional intelligence. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the first 3 aspects more and ignore the last 2 because otherwise the video will be too long and I want to avoid any technical things in that. So let's understand first, how do I improve my self-awareness? Because if you want to be emotionally intelligent, it means your emotions should not drive you, you should be in command. I have often said in my earlier videos, operate from the top, from the prefrontal cortex. That is the boss. That gives you most objective decision making ability. If your decisions are driven by your emotions, you are taking a risky path. Your emotions can give you a clue in your decision making, but should not have a final say in your decision making. Okay? Now let's understand how do I improve my self-awareness. Now here I will give you a basic understanding of self-awareness and how can we improve it. Here self-awareness simply means being aware of what is going on in our body and mind. Being aware of it, watching it. That is self-awareness. Now how do I improve it? There are 2 things which I would like to mention in this video. Number 1, if you have to watch something carefully, if you have to observe something with clarity, you need to pause, you need to still. If I move like this, you may not be able to see very clearly how many fingers are there. But if I pause it and show, you can see very clearly that these are 2 fingers. How could you see it? I had to pause it. I had to slow down, right? Similarly, when we are driven with emotions, and if emotions are flowing then we may not be able to judge it clearly. We may not be able to judge the situation clearly. So what we need to do? Pause, still, calm down. And how do we calm down? The practical thing to do it, slow down your breathing. It's a proven thing. The moment you slow down your breathing for a few minutes, your thought flow gets into your control and you are able to watch things little more clearly. So first thing, if you want to become more self-aware, practice slow, deep, smooth, rhythmic breathing every day for 10 to 15 minutes. The more and more you do it, the more and more self-aware you're going to be. It's a fact. Second thing, become a watcher. What do I mean here? There's a famous saying, probably Les Brown said it. The saying is, you can't see yourself if you are in the frame. I repeat, you can't see yourself if you are in the frame. So what do we need to do to become a good watcher? We need to come out of the frame and watch ourselves. In our philosophy, Indian philosophy, it is called becoming a drashta, watcher. Become a watcher of self. And this is the highest ability of human mind, that we can be self-aware. We can watch ourselves. So how do I become a watcher? Contemplation, self-talk. Look into the mirror and talk to yourself as you're talking to someone else. Okay. So meditation can be done. Journaling can be done. All these things make us think about ourselves. It's like, imagine your life as a movie and you are watching that movie now as a third person. And then look at your own character, what role you are playing. That is what is called becoming a watcher. Okay. The more and more objective you are in looking at your own life, the better control of emotions will happen. You might have seen it, that whenever a friend or someone comes to you for an advice, you are able to give quite good advice. The reason for it is you are a good watcher there. You are not involved, you are not in the frame, you have come out of it. So you can see that person's life very objectively, and without getting involved with your ego, you can give an answer. Now this is the thing we can do with self. By coming out of self means, metaphorically speaking, by looking at yourself as a third person's perspective and giving an advice to self. So that will make you self-aware. That will give you a better understanding of self. Okay, so this was the first thing. How to become self-aware? I have given you two things. Slow down your breathing and become a watcher. Now let's come to the second thing. How to regulate self now? How do I get hold of my emotions? Now that I understand what emotions are going in my mind, how do I think? Now that I have got some clarity about it, how do I manage it? Now let us say that while observing yourself, while improving this self-awareness, you came to know that you are getting into some kind of negative emotions. Maybe it could be anger, it could be frustration, any kind of negative emotion. Now you want to manage it. So what should you do? Remember, I told you, emotion has a body correlate. So first thing is, remember this phrase. It's not only your mind which influences your body, it's also your body which influences the mind. I repeat, it's not only your mind which influences your body, it's also your body which influences your mind. So here first step for self-regulation is change your body posture, your body position for some time. Fake it. Give a signal to your mind which is contrary to that negative emotion. So if you're feeling dull, depressed, for a moment assume a posture as if you're very happy. Move briskly. Widen your arms. Whenever your body is in positive emotions, the thumb rule says it gets into expansion. So widen your arms. See, this is how a bowler poses after taking a wicket, or this is how a footballer does after scoring a goal. So what we need to do is fake this body language. Fake a positive body language for a few minutes. There are good chances that your mind will take a clue from it and turn that negative emotion into positive emotion. And what is positive body language? Whenever you feel happy, watch your body. That is your positive body language. Okay, and fake that. Now it could be smiling, it could be walking, it could be dancing with some kind of music, it could be talking to someone. see that how you keep your body which makes you feel happy, okay, and fake it for some time to make it. There is a saying, even in public speaking they say, when you have to come out of nervousness, they say fake it till you make it, okay. Now second step to self-regulate is ask this question: am I focusing on problem or am I focusing on solution? Okay, if you are continuously focusing on problem, it is likely to trigger a negative emotion. It might be frustration, it might be anger, anything which you are not able to handle, and consistently you're focusing on that, it will obviously create a negative emotion. So ask this question: what problem I am focusing? And now ask the second question: what could be the solution of this problem? And start directing your mind towards solution. Start pondering over solutions. Think, mull over it. Think that how can I solve it? Yes, there is a problem, but how can I solve it? And the more and more you think about solution, you will find the negative emotions are coming into positive zone. Third thing is, if the problem is not solvable, the third thing is accept it. Whatever cannot be changed, it is intelligent to accept that. If it is not changeable, if there is no solution, or if the solution is beyond your capacity, for example, now coronavirus, a lot of things are being done by administrators and government. Okay, certain things you may agree, certain things you may not be agreeing. There is no point in dwelling over that. There is no point in thinking continuously about those problems, because that's not in your hand. So let go, accept it as it is. The moment you accept something, it often changes your negative emotions and nullifies it, or even turns it to positive emotions. Okay, so 3 things I told you for self-regulation. Step number 1, I told you, fake it till you make it, your body language. Second thing I told you is, ask this question: am I focusing on problem? And then ask the second question: what could be the solution? And start dwelling on the solution. And third thing, if the problem is not solvable, accept it. If the situation is not solvable, accept it. Without acceptance, there is no other way you'll be able to give yourself. Some near and dear one, let us say somebody departed, we lost a family member. How long somebody will be crying? Yes, there is a loss. Yes, there is a bad feeling about it. Yes, you're sad about it. But if you don't accept it, you can't help yourself. This negative emotion is not going to give you a solution. So we need to bring our top faculties in picture and accept it gently. Okay. Now let me tell you the last point. Okay. How do we overall maintain more positive emotions? Here is very important aspect is, watch your environment. Let me phrase it this way: in what kind of environment you are placing yourself. There are some surveys which says that we are average of 5 people with whom we are deeply involved. Who are these 5 people? Who are these 5 friends? See, on the journey of life, on the way, we pick up many friends, but we need not spend significant time with all kind of people. You need to watch the people with whom you talk on daily basis, with whom you interact. Are they positive? Are they constructive? Are they inspiring, or are they negative people? Are they excuse givers? Is their language bad? I'm not telling that don't have people in your life who don't criticize, because criticism can help you. The point here is, watch the people with whom you are surrounding yourself, and you can control a lot of it. The kind of things you read, the kind of things you watch, the kind of social media time you spend. What are you spending on? Because garbage in, garbage out, in computer language. So if our mind, this operating system, is basically created by whatever we are giving in, that is forming a mind. Now if you are not giving it positive things, it cannot give positive emotions. It's difficult. You are making it very difficult. When you are giving a negative stimulus and telling your mind to turn it into positive every time, at some point it will give up. So it's very important to surround yourself with the right people. Consciously choose right people in your life. Consciously make friends who are positive, who can take you ahead in the life, who can inspire you to develop some positive habits, and that will help you, or rather I would say that will make it very easy for you to remain positive. Okay, your environment creates you, so create a right environment, work on creating a right environment. That will help you a lot. So I hope this video, although it has become quite long, but I hope you will find it useful. I'm just quickly repeating. Number one, heart or mind. Definitely mind, but don't ignore the heart. Take clues from it, because it can pick up some important clues which your conscious mind can miss. Second, emotions versus feeling. Feeling is more of a mental thing. Emotions have a body, correlate. Now the third thing was, how do we get hold of our emotions? And I have told you a few things here about self-awareness and self-regulation. So follow these steps carefully, and I'm sure this is going to help you in managing your emotions better. This will improve your EQ for sure. So I hope you would find this video valuable. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And what I see is many of you are a bit stingy when it comes to sharing. If you want to say me thank you, if you really want to say me thank you, share it to as many people as possible. This thing is helpful for people to improve their life. So spread it. It could be your gift to others. Thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed, do hit the subscribe button. See you again.